We know that Marvel Studios sooner or later is going to bring us Secret Wars. All signs point to the Secret Wars making it to the big screen sooner rather than later. Recently we found out that the Russo brothers, who directed the last two Avengers films, were in negotiations with Disney to come back for a big project. Now they've walked away due to the Scarlett Johansson lawsuit. Now it seems like that there's more rumors and info on what exactly was the plan, and it sounds like Disney really screwed up on this one. When we eventually get to the Secret Wars for the MCU, it's going to be a sight to behold. We really have no idea how far and wide in terms of the live-action Marvel film universe they could reach into and pull things out of. The original Fantastic Four film with Chris Evans? Sure. He's back as Human Torch. Do we want to go back all the way to the first live-action version of Doctor Strange? Sure, why not? Do we want to acknowledge everything ever? Sure, we can bring in anything. It's going to be a huge task. When it comes to people in Hollywood that can pull it off, many people automatically look at the Russo brothers because they were able to already pull off two of the biggest ensemble films of all time back to back. So naturally, when we heard that the Russo brothers walked away from negotiations with Disney over the lawsuit that Scarlett Johansson has with the studio, everything kind of blew up in Disney's face from the fan perspective, because how do you lose the two directors that gave you two of your biggest films of all time? I mean, that's just insane, but hey, that's where we're at. Now, some more insiders have sort of added to the story, talking about the far-reaching idea that was sort of, being built up and pitched, if you will, and maybe what the whole idea of the whole Secret Wars was. And essentially, it's exactly what we believe was going to be Secret Wars. Everything made canon in a giant blow-off sort of fight where they can literally go into every single corner of the Marvel universe and do whatever. And Marvel and Disney were looking at this as a big project, apparently, that spanned beyond just one film. Now, my guess would be either they were going to do two films back-to-back again, or maybe even something insane like three, or maybe, as I've been suggesting, that they should do Secret Wars as an entire phase. Like, you literally have, let's say, Loki Season 3, Secret Wars. And then you have something like Armor Wars Season 2, Secret Wars. And it's all part of the whole battle world concept, and you lean into it hard so everybody watches everything, and then you really get the most bang for your buck by having everything be truly interconnected through so many different properties and things that are going on, and you can then revive old things, bring back old characters, and do whatever in the battle world, just like the comics did. And while we don't know what exactly the idea was, apparently the Russo brothers were looking for a pretty big expansion, because from what we understand, they weren't just talking about coming back and doing another Avengers. They were looking to do their production house as a sort of, go-to for this entire thing. Which means that if you look at the Russo brothers and how they're like J.J. Abrams and have their own thing going on the side, they were looking to involve themselves pretty heavily. Which makes me think, again, the Secret Wars was just a small part of it. So if this lawsuit causes the loss of something that big, imagine how stupid Disney will look when they fub the next Avengers if they get a wrong director. Oof.